welcome everybody to Shabbat Friday night services, Beit Shuva style. We really miss you. We hope we can be doing this in the sanctuary very soon together. But we're going to get started with Micha Mocha. So take it away. We can't hear audio. Am I the only one that can't hear? Guys in the band, we can't hear anything. Can we do an audio check? Start over? So stand by. Can you guys hear me at least? Okay, that's good to know. Well, they're singing, they're jamming away. We're gonna figure this out. Stand by. Yeah, can somebody who's on site, Sarah or Jamie? There we go.
Confusion set in with the setting sun. Some missed the Pharaoh and thought we were done. Poems were written like songs of the sea by people like you and people like me. By people like you and people like me. Mi kamocha va'elim Adonai. Mi kamocha neta b'kodesh. Nor tehillah sefer. Mi kamocha va'elim Adonai. Mi kamocha neta b'kodesh. Nor tehillah sefer. Nor tehillah sefer.
Beautiful. Thank you, band, for getting us started. We missed you at the beginning of that, but so grateful for your voice and your musical talents. We're going to go to Yedid Nefesh in a second, but this morning as I was leaving the house, I went to my son Benjamin and I said, Benjamin, I love you. And he says, yeah, old news. You love me, but you hate yourself. Mommy hates herself, I hate myself, and Lucy hates herself. And I said, what? He's 4.5 years old, right? What? And I tried to sit there and like, no. I love myself. And you love yourself. And what? I was totally flabbergasted. And this whole day I'm thinking about it, and the kid is right to a certain degree. There are parts of myself that I still hate. And the work, which is what Yedid Nefesh is all about, right? The preciousness of the soul, right? Is the lifelong learning of how to love the parts of ourselves that we still despise. So I'm grateful for my spiritual counselor, my son, right? And for all of us to help us learn to integrate those parts of ourselves we despise. Yedid Nefesh, take it away.
Avarachaman Yedid Nefesh Avarachaman Mishoch Avdecha El Ritzonecha Mishoch Avdecha Lai 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 El Ritzonecha Yarot Avdecha Kemo Aya Yishtachavei Ay Lai 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 El Mul Hadarecha Yarot Avdecha Kemo Aya Yishtachavei Ay Lai 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 El Mul Hadarecha Avarachaman Yedid Nefesh Avarachaman Mishoch Avdecha El Ritzonecha Mishoch Avdecha Lai 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 El Ritzonecha.
And from Yedid Nefesh, we move on to tzedakah. Tzedakah comes from the root of righteousness. It's not charity. It doesn't come from the root of love. It comes from righteousness. And so we ask everybody in our community, even residents, to give righteousness, to give a little bit back from what you've received. We're going to throw the link to our donation page into the chat and on screen. Please give generously, support the mission, help us save souls. Jillian, did you want to add anything?
I think you did a pretty good job. I was just going to say there's 2 ways to donate tonight. You can donate through our website, beitshuva.org/donate, or through Venmo. It's super easy. All you have to do is take out your phone, open up the camera, hold it over the QR code on the screen, and it'll take you right to Venmo. And we appreciate all the support that we get. And also, if you shop on Amazon, as most people do, you can choose Beit Shuva as your charity, and we will get a portion of all the proceeds.
Thank you. Thank you, Jillian. We're going to move on to tshuva. And just before we do tshuva and gratitude, I want to share a story. There was a man who approached Rabbi Israel of Rajin, and he said to him once, Rabbi, I really want to do tshuva. I really want to repent, but I don't know how. And the rabbi said to him, well, when you sinned, did you know what you were doing? And he said, yeah, but that was easy. First I sinned and then I knew. And the rabbi said, great. Now do it the other way. First repent, and then you'll know the path. Then you'll know what you have to do. And in our community, we do tshuva out loud. We share our hit the marks, our miss the marks, and the gratitude that we have for our journeys. And so I see a number of people have already raised their hands in the chat, in the group. So I think I saw Janice first. take it away. You're mute. Yeah.
Hi, yeah, I got it. Hi, everybody. Shabbat Shalom. Thank you, Rabbi. I loved your story. First of all, this is my last Shabbat as chair of the board after 3 years of chairing the board. And I just want to express gratitude for having had that experience. It's been quite the journey, and it's really been an honor to serve. And I'm excited at our next board meeting that we're going to be nominating Paul Bergman, who I know will be a fantastic new chair. Unless there's some hidden opposition coming, I don't know, Paul. People are really dying to chair the board of Beit Shuvah. It's an easy job. Not anyway. But it has been an honor. Second of all, today is my husband's 70th birthday, and he's in the room right next to me. And I want to just wish him happy birthday and tell him how much I love him and appreciate him. And thirdly, our entire family is in several locations. We're all here tonight. Michael's sitting right next to me, and my mom's in the other room with my sister. And it's my dad's 11th yard site tonight. He was a very special, special man, and we all miss him and love him. He loved Beit Shuvah. He fully was grateful to his last breath of life to Beit Shuvah for helping our family with the crises and the addiction problems that a couple members of our family had. And we know that he died in full gratitude of Beit Shuvah. So I just wanted to express that our family is very happy to become a Shabbat sponsor in his honor and memory tonight. And I want to just let Michael have a chance.
No, I'm good.
Oh,
I'm good.
Michael's just a pretty face. He's the pretty face. And I don't know if my mother knows how to raise her hand or wants to speak, but I'll go help her do that. But
She knows how to speak.
she knows how to speak very well. At 97 years old, she speaks better than most people I know at much younger ages. But anyway, that's just an expression of gratitude to everybody at Beit Shuvah who past and present, with a special shout out to Mark and Harriet, who really helped our family during a very huge crisis in our life. So thank you all for that.
Thank you, Janice. Thank you so much for all you do and the whole family. Let's popcorn to Charlotte real quickly, and then Paul.
And yeah, I think Janice said it all. We're all grateful for Beit Shuvah, and we just hope that everybody has success, as we feel it's such an important service in our community. So let's just go on to bigger and better always. And we all want to remember Eddie tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Charlotte. Amen. Paul, and then Jillian. Oh, where did Paul go? Paul, there you are.
There you go. Yeah, I couldn't unmute. Sorry. Thank you, Rabbi. I just wanted to say this is my last Shabbat as not the board chair of BTS Shuvah for a while. What a way to find out. I mean, that's anyway. I just wanted to thank you, Rabbi, for that your little opening story about your son. I think we all hate ourselves just a tiny bit less because of what you shared. And I also just wanted to congratulate and express gratitude to all the people who participated last week in the walkathon or jogathon. For me, it was a walkathon. Great spirit, great energy, and I was just delighted to see so many people participating. So good Shabbos to everybody. Thank you.
Shabbat Shalom, Paul. I really hope somebody told you before Janice, but transitions. Jillian, and then Mike C, and then Doria.
Okay, hi everybody. Jillian, grateful member of this community. Paul stole my thunder a little bit, but I wanted to also express so much gratitude for our event last Sunday. For those that don't know, we held the social distance, which was our own half marathon 10K to raise money for Beit Shuva. Also, for those who may or may not know, we're usually a featured charity in the LA Marathon. We have a team of about 50 people that participate every year, and due to COVID, we couldn't really do that. And everybody stepped up this year to make this event great and COVID safe. We raised almost $40,000, which was huge, and we had 23 community people participate. And I just want to express gratitude to everybody that donated in support of our residents who ran or walked, or our community members who rode their bikes. To the members of the sisterhood that stepped up to do the refreshment stops and give Gatorade and water and goo to our runners along the way, to everybody who was allowed to show up at the finish line to cheer everybody on as they crossed, and just to make the event special in a year where we were lucky to be able to put something on and give back to Beit Shuva. So congratulations to everybody who participated. Thank you so much to everybody who helped and everybody who donated. And yeah, that's all.
Kudos to you, Jillian, for spearheading that as well. Mike C.
Hi, I'm Mike. I am a grateful resident and member of this community. I just want to give gratitude for, well, I have two. I have a Shuva and a gratitude. My gratitude is for Beit Shuva for allowing me to come back as a resident, and then allowing me to stay as a resident when I got here. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but my Shuva comes from getting high in staff housing for, I guess, like 4 months, 5 months, somewhere around that, since March. Once I woke the beast, I couldn't stop, and I didn't want to for a while. And I have like a hit the mark and a miss the mark together with both of these, because they're together, they're intertwined. And I'm not sure exactly what my Shuva is going to be exactly yet and how that's going to look. What I know is that I'm just incredibly grateful to be here, to be allowed to be here, and to be able to work on myself without other external factors getting in the way. And I know that I'm in a safe space. So I'm incredibly grateful for Beit Shuva and everything that they do. My Shuva is going to take a while, but it starts with just processing and feeling, as my counselor said today. Being able to not hide from the feelings, not try to change my feelings, but just to feel my feelings. And that's the start. So that's all I got. Thank you, Rabbi, for being here. It's always good to see you on services.
Thanks, Mike. Good to have you back. I'm glad you're on that road again. I know Doria had your hand up. I might have put it down, but Doria, can we come to you, and then Adam?
Yes, hi, I'm Doria. I'm a grateful member of this community, and I also have a Shuva and a gratitude to make tonight. I want to make Shuva for not believing in myself and for letting myself doubt my abilities and inner strength. And I would like to give gratitude to Rabbi Mikhail, Harriet, and Brad for encouraging me to feel that I'm good enough. Thanks.
Beautiful, Doria. Thank you. Adam, and then Carrie.
There we go. It wasn't letting me unmute at first. Thank you, Rabbi. Good evening, everyone. I just want to make a gratitude, or I have a gratitude, or I'd like to express gratitude surrounding the social distance event that we just had. They kind of already talked about the participants and the people who donated, but A big shout out to Jillian for organizing such a wonderful event and bringing everybody together. That was really awesome. And a big shout out to Leslie, who was the coach, and her organization Strides in Recovery. And also a big shout out to everybody who organized the event at the finish line. That was very nice. It was a nice culmination of months of training and running and donating and all that fun stuff. I still regret that I didn't grab a sprinkled donut, but it's all good. maybe next time. But yeah, I just have a big gratitude for all that, the whole event, everything that surrounds it. And thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Adam. Keep up the good work, brother. Carrie.
Hi, everybody. My name's Carrie. Excuse me, and I am a grateful member of this community and alumni, aka the Jewish jail lady. And you know, I had this you know, for the last 15 months, I haven't been at Beit Shuva physically. And you know, in some ways, you know, as an alcoholic, you know, isolating at home kind of works for me, right? Especially without the 20-hour-a-week commute. But you know, there's been more than one occasion when I have missed being with my people, with my tribe, you know. There's been many occasions in the last 15 months. But last night I had the honor of being asked to speak at L'Chaim. And it just brought home to me. It was such an uplifting, fun, you know, crazy hour. And the love I got in return for just sharing my story and experience, strength, and hope. All I can say is I was just uplifted. I miss everybody so much. I can't wait to be back there, to be wrapped in this loving community. And you know, it's been so, you know, I came through Beit Shuva in 1996, and you know, that's a long distance from then till now. And every once in a while, it just pops back into my head with such force that, you know, thank you, Beit Shuva, for saving my life. Thank you, Beit Shuva, for giving me a life. Thank you, Beit Shuva, for giving me the opportunity to find purpose and passion, right? Long before that was a tagline, by the way. And, you know, they had a knack for doing that always. They just put words to it at some point, you know, a decade ago or whatever. It's not like I forget, but sometimes it's just like brought home to me in such a way that I feel uplifted and loved. And, you know, the line that we say, you know, Borovitz says, you know, you matter to all of us, you matter. And, you know, I was just reminded last night again that I matter. And for that, I'm grateful. Thanks.
Thank you, Carrie. What a beautiful way to end our Shuva and gratitude. You matter, we all matter. We're gonna do a little Mizmor Shir L'Yom HaShabbat. Take it away.
מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. מזמור שיר
our band. Wouldn't it be nice to like hear applause in person, right? I'm missing that. Yeah, I can hear Janice clapping right now, It's time to welcome new residents. We have 3 new residents who are beginning their journey through their Beit Shuvah journey. Noah R, welcome back. Cody C, and Ace S. And just to give a little charge, there's a quote from Marianne Williamson. She says, "Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people will not feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. It's not just in some of us, it is in everyone. And as we let our light shine, we unconsciously give others permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our fear, our presence automatically liberates others." So Ace, Noah, and Cody, and everybody else, this is an opportunity for us to step into our power. This is what we get to learn, how to no longer shriek in fear, but to shine our light. Because not only do you need it, do I need it, does our community need it, but our world needs it. And I know there's always time where we might feel like we're a little ashamed, or we might hate parts of ourselves, or we don't think we can do it, or the journey is too effing hard. And we ask everybody to unfreeze when it's too hard.
Hold on.
Hold on.
We ask you to hold on and possibly get better internet connection, right?
Yeah.
So welcome. We look forward to welcoming you in person and being parts of the community. We're going to continue with Lecha Dodi, and birthdays, you guys are on deck.
Lecha Dodi, Rakaba, Pene Shabbat Nekabela, Shamor v'Zachor b'Dibor Echad Hishmiyanu, El HaMeochad Adonai Echad, U'Shemo Echad L'Shemo Tiferet, Ve'eliti La Lecha Dodi, Rakaba, Pene Shabbat Nekabela, Likrat Shabbat Lecho B'Nelcha Hihi Mekol, Ha'Beracha Merosh Mikedem Nesukach Sof Ma'aseh B'Machshava Tehila Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala B'nei Shabbat Nekabela Hitorei Kiva Orech Kumhi Uri Shida Beri Kevod Adonai Alaik Nigla Lecha Dodi Rakala Pene Shabbat Nekabela Boi v'shalom atzeret palagam besimcha ובצולתו אמונה עם סגולה בואי חלה לך דודי ברכה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי ברכה פני שבת
Woo! We're going to give it up for a time for celebration. We have 3 birthdays tonight. that we are celebrating Finn G for 1 year, Seth B for 3 years, and Rachel B for 8 years. So let's see if we can find Finn. I'm gonna have each of you share a few brief words. Somebody on that? Hopefully we can find
Yeah,
it.
I'm right here.
Finn, there you are. Take it away, brother.
Okay, hi guys, I'm Finn. I'm a grateful resident of this community. I came into Beit Teshuva really lost and broken and really strung out on drugs and not knowing what I was going to do with my life. I didn't know how to handle my emotions, and I was just very lost and confused. And today I'm a different person. I've done all 12 steps and I'm getting my GED. I paid off all my debt, $25,000, and I'm about to get hired soon as a driver. And I just want to thank all the donors for making it possible. And I want to thank my family, my mom, my dad, all the PFs I work with, and just everybody at the community that makes this possible. Thank you.
Good stuff, Finn. Keep up the good work. It's been awesome to witness this last year. Seth B, where's my bagel and lox?
Right here.
There you are. Take it away, brother.
Well, firstly, I would like to thank my family who are all signed on right now from all different parts of the globe. My girlfriend and the department at Beit Teshuva that got me in here, alternative sentencing. I could not have made the strides I've made without, Janet and Carrie and Mark and you guys. I just have nothing but love and the utmost respect and just heartfelt love for you guys in Beit Teshuva. I have come so far and I've made so many good friends and connections along the way. And for everyone in your rooms right now at Beit Teshuva, I fucking promise this works. Just do what you got to do. Keep your head down and just do the next right thing. And from my experience, everything falls into place. So thank you and Shabbat Shalom.
Love it, Seth. So good to see the progress and the growth. Rachel B, take it away. Yeah, how do I unmute? Let's see. We're working on that.
Oh, sorry about that.
There you
Hi,
go.
everyone. Nice to meet some of you. Some of you I know from the Torah portions we were doing over Zoom. Hey, Kathy, and with Rabbi Icky and Rabbi Carrie. My name is Rachel. I actually moved to Los Angeles during the pandemic, and I met Jillian on my birthright, which was really cool. And I'm taking 8 years. Actually, my sobriety date was yesterday, and definitely a non-traditional Jewish member of the community, but I'm so happy I found somewhere in LA. My whole family's like in Chicago. I'm former foster youth. Like, definitely when I found out about your message at Bet Teshuva, I was like, okay, that's where I belong. If there's anywhere in my recovery that I belong, it's there at that synagogue. And so, it's really wonderful to find another place, even though I'm kind of far from home right now, and I'm in school for my MSW. And, it's been really trying, and trying to find community during this time is difficult. But, the message is so beautiful here. And I just want to say, like, the preservation and the perseverance of our people, and like, right now in America of all times, to stick together and be with one another is something that I really cherish. And, I'm trying to start up like a Jewish caucus at UCLA again. So that's like been a trial and error kind of thing. And I'm really excited for that next year, and maybe to see some of you in person and finally get to meet you. Alrighty, thank you.
Thank you, Rachel. So happy to have you part of our community. And we're going to sing a little song to all you guys, sing a little happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Finn, Seth, and Rachel. Happy birthday to you. Keep coming back sober.
And as we say in Farsi, we are going to transition now into candle lighting. And just before we light the Shabbat candles, I just want to take a moment and have everybody think about their 6 days of the week. Think about all the accomplishments, all the things maybe we didn't accomplish, all the hustle, the bustle, the work, the family, the struggle, and just let it all out into the fire. Let the warmth of the Shabbat candles transition us into Shabbat so that we celebrate the 7th day of creation and celebrate rest.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kirshano b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu להדליק נר, להדליק נר של שבת.
Shabbat vayinafash. May we be resold this Shabbat and re-energized and revived. We are going to continue the evening prayer with the Baruch Hu. This is our call to prayer, so if you can stand and bend the knee when appropriate, please do so.
Lai la lai 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 la lai 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 ya la lai 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 ya la lai 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 Baruchu et Adonai Hamevorach Baruch Adonai Hamevorach Hamevorach Leolam Vaed Hamevorach Hamevorach Leolam Vaed Baruch Adonai Hamevorach
we continue on with the Shema and the Ve'ahavta, affirming the oneness of God and the love that God has for all of us.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha uv'chol nafshecha uv'chol meodecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam b'shivtecha b'veitecha ובלכתך בדרך, ושוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם נאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך.
And so now a few words of Torah. There is a rabbinic legend talks about Moses and Aaron sitting Shiva after they just experienced the death of their sister Miriam. And Moses sees the Israelites are approaching and he says, Aaron, what's this appointment? What's happening? And Aaron says, is it not the children of Israel? They're coming to pay respects and sit Shiva with us. And Moses says, brother, can't you tell the difference between gatherings? This isn't a pleasant visit. This is a riot. And at that moment, the glory of the Lord appeared, and God said to them, leaders of my community, my flock are dying of thirst, and you're here sitting, wailing about your sister? When the community is thirsty, leadership can't rest. Even if a member of your family just died, sometimes the community's needs trumps that of the leaders. And it's in this backdrop that Moses and Aaron make a fatal mistake. God says to Aaron and Moses, speak to this rock, and from it water will pour. And instead, Moses strikes it not once, but twice. And at the second blow, that's when the water emerges from the rock, giving water to the people and the animals. And this sin, this mistake, this missed the mark, is what keeps them both out of the promised land. God says, because you didn't make me holy, you cannot make it to the land of Israel. And there are many, many different views on why this is. And the commentaries go on and on. One of them says, this is the second generation. This was the generation not born in slavery, but born in the wilderness. You weren't supposed to hit the rock. They've left the slave mentality. You needed to be a speaker. You needed to speak softly to them. They didn't need beatings and belts. They needed timeouts and validations and being heard. The other approach by the Rashbam, he says, HaKadosh Baruch Hu medakdek ala tzadikim kechot haseira, that the Holy Blessed One is precise on the righteous, like as fine as one's hair. Right? In other words, people in positions of power have a much less threshold for mistakes. You're under the microscope, and any minor variance will land you criticism, failure, and even a loss of power. And if that's the standard that we're up against, if that's the standard that God has for us, our leaders are doomed for failure, just like Moshe and everybody else can be doomed for failure. Moses dedicated his entire life to an idea of a project, getting a people to a promised land, and by the slightest mistake, it all comes crumbling down. And what's striking to me is that Moses, he doesn't say F it. He doesn't say, screw it, I'm out. He doesn't say, I'm done. Screw this project. I'm done with these people. Forget you, God, right? He doesn't give God an ultimatum saying, get me into the land or I'm no longer playing a part. He continues the journey. They travel from Kadesh to Hor Hahar. They traverse borders of Edom and conquer land of Sichon and Og in this parsha. Moses knows that there's more work to be done. And even though he can't make it into the promised land, how can he give up? How can he abandon his people, his mission, his purpose? And I think that's the question each of us needs to ask. What on earth am I here for? What is my sacred mission that I must follow? For Moses, there's no alternative. Once he has that burning bush moment, he can't go back to being a shepherd in Midian. He can't go back forgetting about his people. Once you have that connection with the higher power, is it ever possible to go back to a slavery mentality? And for me, as much as I would love to run at times and no longer do some of the work that I have to do, there's no way I'm going back to TMZ or working in entertainment, right? No way. Forget about it. But this is what the greatness of Moshe's leadership was. In his book, Leadership, James McGregor Burns writes, the most lasting tangible act of leadership is the creation of an institution, a nation, a social movement, a political party, a bureaucracy that continues to exert moral leadership and foster needed social change long after the creative leaders are gone. He didn't make it to the promised land, but what he did instead was empower a generation of people to complete the task without him. He set up the institution to empower them, to educate them, and live a sacred life that is rooted in Torah, rooted in obligation, and rooted in God and spirituality. And just like the Israelites in this week's Torah portion, we're also experiencing a leadership shift. Another shift with the departure of Rabbi Michael. And even today, we heard the shift of our board chairs. And our community is thirsty. Our community is yearning for Torah, yearning for water, wisdom, and sustenance that can comfort us in times of pain and difficulty and can nourish our souls and give us confidence to face the uncertainty to continue marching. We're all thirsty to live lives of purpose, meaning, joy, and redemption. And to echo the words of what Sergio wrote in the Shmata, change is a constant and Beit Shuvah continues to move forward while upholding its principles and mission. And that mission is not owned by just one person or the leaders. It's by everyone. Every one of us has a part. Every one of us, from residents to staff to community members to rabbis to board members, we all share that burden of leadership. And I just think of Moses and Aaron. I think of them sitting in their tent, wanting to heal, to grieve, to mourn their loss of their sister, of their beloved. And their desire to make it to this promised land, to make it home. And that the truth is, there's many times where we never find our way home. Yet despite this, we have to journey on. And we do it together because there's no alternative. There's no going back to Egypt. We inch forward to the promised land and remain hopeful that we can empower and leave behind people, institutions, and a next generation that can manifest the vision that those who came before us created. Shabbat Shalom. We got a song. Take it away.
Come down off your throne and leave your body alone. Somebody must change. You are the reason I've been waiting here so long. Somebody holds the key, but I'm near the end and I just ain't got the time. And I'm wasted and I can't find my way home. Come down on the phone and leave your body alone. Somebody must change. You are the reason I've been waiting all these years. Somebody holds the key, but I'm near the end and I can't got time. And I'm wasted and I can't find my way home. Come down off your throne and leave your body alone. Somebody must change. You are the reason I've been waiting here so long. Somebody holds the key, but I'm near the end and I just ain't got the time. And I'm wasted and I can't find my way home. Can't find my way home. Can't find my way home. And I can't find my way home. And I can't find my way home.
Woo! Give it up for Tyler too on guitar right there. Give it up for the band, for Nate, for Thea, for Laura, Ted, and behind the scenes, Jesse out there too. Behind the scenes, Daniel T and Brandon. Thank you all for the incredible work you guys do. You make it easy for us. We're going to continue on with Oseh Shalom. I know it's not over. I know. Keep it going.
Say shalom bimroma, say shalom aleinu. Say shalom bimroma, say shalom aleinu. Say shalom bimroma, say shalom aleinu. Say shalom. Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'avo Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'avo Yisrael. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'avo Yisrael. Yaseh shalom. Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu. Ve'akol Yisrael. Oh, yeah.
Beautiful. Benjamin just came to tell me that I've been too loud and I'm keeping my daughter up, right? Is that what mommy said? Yeah, I get a little too excited during services, huh? We are going to transition now to those in our community who are in need of healing, Misha Berach. So if there are anybody that is on your mind, on your heart, who is in need of healing of both body and spirit, open up your mics or throw it in the chat and throw their names and say their names out loud.
Matt.
Evan Everhart.
Joe Geeson.
Jeff and Glenn Hewitt.
Arlene Posen.
Jennifer Weller. Jerry Sacklad.
Alba.
Ruthie Targum.
Gary Cannon, Lloyd Hartsfield, Sheridan Gale, Papa Porta, Harvey, Harvey,
What happened?
Aziz, David Hope, Tom Watson, Evelyn W., Mike Clayton, Judy Burke, Bill C.
So we say the Misha Berach blessing.
Avraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, Leah, Yivarech, Virapeh, et HaCholim.
May those who are in need of healing receive a refuah shlema, a healing of both body and spirit. And we now remember those we have lost, who died this year in a year of mourning. David Amdur, Paul Applebaum, Shelley Balloon, Joshua Bloom, Stanley Cohen, William Cohen, Stephanie Coleman, Arnold Familian, Melissa Gallagher, Arsenio Garcia, Ryan Copald, Ned Lerman, Sylvia Macta, Daniel Molina, Diana Newman, Ari Osteen, Amy Palubicki, Medina Perez, Stephen Pollock, Aida Portillo, Philip Sakertoff, Mark Schulin, Jeff Tamayo, Al Unger, Zach Woolman, and Steve Zimmer. And for those commemorating a Yortzeit, on behalf of the Kaminer family, remembering Edward Kaminer, Charles Fingrish, John Fingrish, Bernie Mullen, Irving Naftali, Phyllis Cherlin, Brian Banderman, Barbara Dorff, Earl Cluft, David Ray, and Leonard Coffey. And if there are any other people that we are remembering and holding dear, please go ahead and say their names or put them in the chat.
Ann Hansen.
Naomi Zach.
Ron, Heidi Cameron.
Joni Gerber.
Sylvia
Ann
Maxton,
Gross,
Julius Ross,
Lola Gross, Annabelle Finkelstein,
Sylvia
Spencer
Ron
Maxton.
Finkelstein.
And Meredith Doolittle.
Sam Stitt, Medina Perez,
Aunt
Jacqueline,
and Uncle Jacob and
Lyle,
Betty
Ben
Dane,
Anderson,
friends
MK,
Melody, Max,
Lawson,
Max
Lily,
Kingston,
Arios,
my wife Beverly Zissner,
Vicky, Ryan Coppold, Zach Long, Paul
my
Applebaum.
father Irving Hellman, Auntie Diane M.
And we say the words of the mourner's Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitgadash Shmei Rabbah, ve'alma divarach yiruteh ve'amlich malchuteh, v'chayechon u'vyamechon v'chaye dechol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'bizman kariv v'imru. Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam u'oleh almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal Shmei d'kudsha b'rechu. Le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata, tush bechata v'nechemata, da'amiran ba'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehei shlam rabba min shamaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mramav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. And may the memories of those who have passed be for a blessing. Let us say amen. Couple of announcements before we go. Zoom Family Education Support. Join us weekly in groups with our founder, Harriet Rosetta, Wednesday from 6 to 7:15 p.m. And challah is back for pre-order, so you can go to www.baketeshuva.org to order. And again, a big shout out to the band, to all those who have helped and all those behind the scenes. Thank you for making this a wonderful Shabbat. Thank you again for Janice Kaminer-Resnick for your amazing service as board chair, and we'll hopefully welcome Paul next week as well. And thank you for everybody, the board, and all that you do. And again, of course, always to Rabbi Mark and Harriet for their incredible vision and work they've done to create Beit Shuvah. We're going to end with Kiddush and Motzi, so take it away, Ben.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Amen. Baruch אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם המוציא לחם מן הארץ. Amen. Good Shabbos, everyone. Thank you, Rabbi Joseph.
Thank you,
Good
Cantor.
Shabbos.
Shabbos.
Hey, good Shabbos.
Thanks, Rabbi Joseph.
Good job,
Shabbat
Rabbi.
shalom.